Hi everyone, this is Liz from the Beverly Public Library. Welcome to STEAM Scribbles, where we explore different science, technology, engineering, and math concepts using just pencils and paper. This time, we're going to take a look at how our paper is made in the first place using our pencils and paper. Before we talk about the steps of how paper is made, first let's think about what paper actually is. Of course, you'd recognize a piece of paper when you saw one. It's a thin sheet that you can write on. But what is that thin sheet made out of? Well, paper is made out of plant fibers, usually ones you can find in tree trunks, although sometimes it's from other types of plants. The first step to making paper is to gather whatever sort of plants you're going to use to make the paper. Usually that'll be a tree, which means you'll have to go out and cut down a tree. But if you're using another type of plant, like cotton, you can usually go out and pick that, and once you have whatever you're going to use gathered, then you bring it inside to wherever you're making the paper, and you'll be ready to release the plant fibers. So to release the plant fibers for a softer plant like cotton is really easy. All you need to do is to take your cotton that you've gathered. So let's put it on a table, say, and then here's a bowl that we have for it. And then all you need to do is mash it up. So you can use your hands or a tool or anything you want. Let's say I used a mallet, which is like a kitchen hammer. You've probably seen one before. And then all you do is you mash it up until the plant fibers are released. And you'll be able to tell it'll be a bit messier. It won't have the same structure anymore. But if you cut a tree, then you'll have the tree trunk, which you won't have such an easy time just mashing that. So the thing to do there, the first thing you'll need to remove the bark on the outside, because to get to the plant fibers, we need to get at the inside where the wood is. So first you'll remove that bark, and then you'll just be left with this wood on the inside. And then instead of trying to mash it, which is going to be way too hard to do with just your hands or even with a mallet, you're going to want to chop it up, maybe with a big blade, into lots and lots of small pieces that are called wood chips, very small pieces. So there's my knife. That's probably not even a big enough knife, but for our purposes, you know what that will mean. So once you've chopped everything up into the little wood chips, or you've mashed it up into the plant fibers, you'll be ready to move on to the next step. The next step for this is I'll need to create a mixture called pulp by just adding some water in. So I'll just pour in some water from an imaginary cup that I've got that isn't imaginary once I draw it. Now it's there. And we'll put it all in a little bowl just like we did the cotton pulp. And it'll mix together to create the pulp. Of course, once we have our pulp, we have a wet mixture, and our final result, the paper, is not going to be wet, so we probably need to get rid of some of that water. So what we do next is we're going to take our pulp and we're going to lay it on a wire mesh surface. And if you're not sure what that is, think of if you've seen a screen door and you've seen kind of the mesh of the screen. It's like that. It like creates a flat surface with lots of little holes in it so that we can strain out the water. But I'll draw it for you really quick. So there's my wire mesh, and I'm going to take my pulpy mixture, which I'm going to just represent as yellow. And once we've laid it on to our wire mesh surface, we can start squeezing down on it. Maybe with our hands. Maybe we'd have a tool to do that. We can just push down on it so that the water comes out through the holes in the mesh. And you know, we'd probably have something to catch the water, but you get the idea. The reason we put the water in the first place is once we start pushing down now and the water starts going out, those plant fibers are going to grab onto each other even tighter to hold together. So once the water's out, all we have to do is let our pulp dry, and then we have a sheet of paper right there on our mesh. And I'm drawing it as a yellow sheet because that's what I drew the wood as. If you wanted to make a white sheet or another color, you probably would need to add some chemicals in to make the paper that color. You could do that back when we were making the pulp. So that's how we get paper. And now that you've seen that, I have a challenge for you. As you can see in our drawing, it takes a lot of trees or other plants to make our paper because we need to go and gather them, cut down the trees, mash them up or cut them up in order to make the paper. We'd rather not do that if we can help it, but how could we avoid that? Well, we can make new sheets of paper from our old paper that we've already used. Can you guess how? If you think you can, go ahead and start scribbling it. It's very similar to the process we just described here. So you can go ahead and start scribbling the steps and take your guess. And if you're not quite sure, you can scribble along with me and see how the steps turn out. And we'll explain them in the end. So if you're ready, let's start scribbling. Welcome back, Scribblers. Are you ready to see how we can make new sheets of paper from our old used pieces of paper? It's not that different from how we make new sheets of paper from trees. After all we need are plant fibers, and as we know, our paper is made up of plant fibers. So all we need to do is take our old piece of paper that we used and tear it up into shreds. Instead of the wood chips that we would use the shreds of paper. And when we shred it up, we're releasing the plant fibers just like we do when we chop up the wood or when we mash up the plants. And then the process is pretty much the same. We just take our ripped up pieces of paper, add some water to create the pulp, and then put the pulp flat onto a wire mesh surface and press it down to get the water out. And once it's dry, we have a new fresh piece of paper again. Now that you know how paper is made, if you want another Steam Scribbles challenge, you can try to imagine how paper is made in a factory using an assembly line. If you need a refresher on assembly lines, you can look at our old Steam Scribbles video about assembly lines. Be sure to share your scribbles on social media using the hashtag SteamScribbles, and be sure to recycle the paper you scribble on when you're done with your scribbles. See you next time, Scribblers!